Okay, welcome back. We just, man, we've been talking about a lot. We've covered supply, demand, equilibrium. We've had shifts moving along the curve. We've gone with price floors. Let's finish up with price ceilings. So let's say for some dumb reason, hey, we have price equilibrium, quantity equilibrium. We got equilibrium here. We got price, quantity, supply, demand. Everything's beautiful. But for some reason, somebody comes across and draws a line on my graph that looks like that, and that becomes what they know as a binding price ceiling. It's some kind of legal maximum that you could charge for something. Alright, so this is the max price that you can charge legally. Well, does my graph care? No, it really wants to go up here. It wants to go up to this equilibrium. Can it? Well, if it can't, you're in what's called disequilibrium. Alright, and that is where coin supplied cannot equal coin demanded, so you're in disequilibrium. Alright, you're gonna pass the supply curve there, that's your quantity supplied. You're past the demand curve there, that's your quantity demanded. You have a situation where quantity demanded exceeds quantity supplied, so there's more, people want more of something than there is. That's called a shortage. This would never happen in the real world, would it? Of course it would. This is a classic example of rent control. In big cities, think New York, there's already not enough housing. Okay, but when you introduce rent control and you say, you know what, this Manhattan apartment's really worth, it's like a coat closet, right? It's really worth like $3,000 a month, but we're going to let you charge, let's say $1,500. So you're getting roughly worth half the price. So you cannot proceed beyond, you can't go above this price ceiling. So imagine if equilibrium were in the room above me and there's no stairs to get up there. Boom, I can't get up to equilibrium, I just have to satisfy. Whereas if the equilibrium was this camera right here, I can get to equilibrium, but if you can't go up, okay, you got a binding price ceiling, you can't get up there, you're going to have disequilibrium, you're going to have supply here, quantity demanded there, because that's where it crosses the lines, and you have a shortage. Now there's already a shortage of apartments in big cities, but actually when you implement rent control, you actually make it worse through this right here. So this right here is the distance of our shortage. Alright, so the more you monkey around with the supply and demand graph, the more disequilibrium you get, the more economic inefficiency that you get. Now, we're going to spend some more time, if we're doing rent control and we have shortages, there's not enough apartments, you actually make the problem worse. We'll spend some time in future chapters talking about this. So for example, if I'm a landlord in New York City and I'm supposed to be getting $3,000 a month and I'm only getting $1,500 a month, guess what? When the dishwasher breaks, do I replace it? Do I paint in between tenants? Do I maintain the property? Rent control actually can incentivize being a slumlord. You don't take care of your property because it's bringing in half the return that you normally should get. So, when you draw lines on my graph, you get problems. Alright, you lose economic efficiency, you're choosing equality. If you think back to chapter number 1, when people face trade-offs, principle number 1, between equality and efficiency, you're choosing equality here, you're going to lose efficiency. And we're going to talk a ton about that in this class. But I think this kind of wraps up this chapter. We have covered what is demand, what is supply, what happens when you put them together, what happens when you shift them, what happens when you move along a curve. We talked about surpluses and shortages. I have no idea how many videos at this point I've recorded. It's 5 or 6. But I try to keep them short, and I really want to encourage you to get in and do the reading. Okay, get in and do the reading. Get in and watch my other video where I go A to Z in the chapter through the PowerPoint slides. It's my voice over the PowerPoint slides. We work these problems again. Do the reading. Give yourself time on the homework. And if you're preparing each week, you're going to be building towards something special in your first exam. Thank you for learning with me. I hope you're having a great day.